Left of the box. The police in Canada is pretty bad. The amount that cops are allowed to get away with because they're cops is ridiculous. Like, you see it with the encampment destructions that they're just allowed to freely assault people, but also when it comes to covering up for each other, they're really good at doing that. And it's almost like a lot of people get into law enforcement just so that they don't have to abide by the same laws that they enforce on other people. And they do think that since they enforce the law, that they're above the law. They are not. Toronto area cop demoted after crashing a car on way home from bar, reporting it stolen to another police service. There is so much in that title. So first of all, the cop was demoted, not fired, for crashing his car on the way home from a bar. So, what exactly was his alcohol level? And then he made a false report to another police service. And he still has his job. Just got demoted. And as I've pointed out in another video of mine where a horrible cop who was stalking his ex-partner and threatening her, he also got demoted. But the amount that he got demoted was left out of the news article because cops are paid really well. They are. And so after this cop's demotion for stalking his ex-partner and threatening to kill her, he was still making over $100,000 a year after the demotion. So when you say that they were demoted, you don't have to feel sorry for them. They're probably still just fine. And he should be fired because if anyone else had done this, they'd be arrested. A Durham police officer has been handed a 2-year demotion. That really should be a 2-year sentence. It really should be a 2-year sentence after he admitted to crashing his car on the way home from a bar before reporting it as stolen in an attempt to evade criminal and civil liability. So here he is admitting that he was trying to evade the fact that he broke the law, and he's still a cop. On February 24th, Constable Trevor of Durham Region Police Service pleaded guilty on one count of professional misconduct at a disciplinary tribunal hearing presided over by Ontario Provincial Police Adjudicator, MPB Elders. Trevor was also criminally charged with one count of public mischief, to which he pleaded guilty back in August in relation with the incident, according to an agreed statement of facts filed as part of the tribunal proceedings. Trevor crashed his pickup truck in the late afternoon of April 29, 2023, after leaving a bar in Port Hope. The document says Trevor, who has been with the service since 2002, consumed 2 alcoholic beverages at the establishment with a friend before offering them a ride home. He must be a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. After dropping his passenger off, Trevor crashed his truck in the area of Ontario Molson Street and drove the heavily damaged vehicle to a nearby gas station, according to the statement. There, he left his vehicle and ran to a nearby hotel where he called his friend and asked for him to pick him up, it continues. In the aftermath of the collision, elders found Trevor attempted to evade criminal and civil liability, first when he reported his vehicle stolen to the Ontario Provincial Police the day after the crash, then when he denied his identity to a Port Hope police officer who attended the hotel. Okay, anyone else does this, they're arrested. Like, it's just, there's no way around. You get arrested and charged with that. But oh no, he's a cop, so he gets let off the hook and just a mild little demotion. Through their investigation, the OPP determined that Trevor Trevor's vehicle had not been stolen, and on May 18th, 2023, Trevor attended the service's Coburg division, where he was charged with 1 count of public mischief, because that's what everyone would be charged with after crashing their vehicle while driving after having 2 drinks of alcohol, leaving it abandoned at a gas station, and filing a false police report. That would get you a mischief charge. Not only did you cause an accident, but you deceived 2 separate police services, Elders wrote in his decision. I'm just wondering if he would even be, charged with that mischief if he hadn't deceived them. Like, is that the only reason why they're mad at him, is because he deceived them, as opposed to just saying, I crashed my car. Oops. Can you guys look the other way? And then they might have been like, yeah, sure, whatever. But no, since he deceived them, I think they might be a little bit upset over that. On August 23rd, 2023, Trevor pleaded guilty to the charge at the Ontario Court of Justice. He was sentenced to probation in order to pay a $2,000 fine. I'm curious about something. Let me just check something. Let me bring this up on screen for you guys. Trevor held the position of police detective constable at the regional municipality of Durham in 2022 and received an annual salary of $126,391.44 as per the records provided by the Government of Ontario. Yeah, and this is just from like 2 years ago, so providing that there's been raises since and all that sort of stuff, that's a nice little salary bump there. That $2,000, I think he feels accountable now. A whole $2,000 there. And so when he's demoted, my guess is he's just going back to this amount, as opposed to, anything that's really going to hurt him. You see, you wonder why these police services have such high budgets. When deciding upon the officer's professional penalty, Elders considered Trevor's stellar career alongside his eventual cooperation with the investigation. Yeah, because that would happen to everyone, where they're like, you know what? Yes, you robbed the bank and it was really bad of you, but, eventually you cooperated with the police after you lied to us. But you eventually cooperated, so we're going to let you off easy and just give you a little bit of a fine, but you get to keep the rest of the money you stole. Still, other elders said the incident poses to erode public trust. I don't think you need to worry about eroding it. It's already gone. And cause serious damage to the service and its reputation. Again, you can't damage something that's already that severely broken. In turn, the hearing officer handed Trevor a 1-year demotion to 3rd-class constable, followed by another year of second-class constable, set to come into effect upon return from ongoing medical leave. After those 2 years, he will return to rank of 1st-class constable.